Someone doesn't have to adjust much, whether that's Archmage, Paladin, Mountain King. It's probably always the same opener, it's just the way you behave on the map. Wolf scouting if there's any shenanigans here, trying to find another angle into the base as well. Then we have this little Paladin Farseer dance, right? How many militias do you have to call? How many holy lights do you have to use? How many wolves can I squeeze through the base to nibble away at your workers? I think everybody has accepted Pally Rifle to be part of the meta in this matchup. And that's how it goes here. Fortitude, pretty much the king of this, especially since the tier 3 transition is part of Pally Rifle. And then the Griffins take over. I think for Fortitude, the Paladin and the Rifle, they're just crutches. They're just 2 crutches, then you get the Blood Mage as a 3rd crutch. I don't know how that actually works in real life, but the goal is Griffins. And you know, if you can sprint with your crutches, do some fancy tricks, you can go for an earlier push with like 6 rifles, whatever. But that has become extremely rare due to movement on the map, due to building positioning. Burrows oftentimes far in the back now. The Murlocs are helping out. Bucky Murloc, am I right? And that is lasted 40. Item on the ground, hard to click. 40 gets that one too. Well done, well done, well done. So this is a little bit of damage. This is another militia call. But we're only 1/3 down the tech. And that should be enough for Blood Mage and the rifle upgrades that you need. Soin has a little bit of damage everywhere, so Troll regen at some point would probably benefit him. 30 seconds on the clock for his tier 2. For Soin, of course, similar to what Fortitude is doing, rushing techs is what you want to accomplish. And guess what? This Paladin isn't looking too healthy. Needs a regen scroll, and Soin is keeping tabs on him. I like that as well. Because a hurt Paladin is a good Paladin. Not as good as a dead Paladin, but we're getting there. So it's always about finding the rhythm in this little dance. How aggressive can I be? And with the Naga, you can be extremely aggressive. This entire camp only piercing damage. I did not notice this, by the way, for many years, but Soul8man educated me, and he finds the heal wards, which is perfect. You don't have to fall back. You don't have to go for troll regen. You can go straight for the tech, and the heal wards do the job for you. Soin got greedy. Devotion aura on top, so he can even out the armor upgrades from rifle, thanks to Paladin. And he even saves this headhunter. Might think about denying it here, but no. Naga makes sure that everything is slowed, and that was 2 bounties of the middle, snatched up by Soin. Well done. 40 had a good read in going to the middle and intercept this, but was just a little bit too late. So, poison everywhere now. These assassins did a wonderful job parallel creeping with headhunters to keep the pressure up, and the Paladin still didn't heal. Needs a regen scroll now, but yeah, for an eternity, I said the Farseer, you can sacrifice his levels. That's all you need to do if you can interrupt the heal scroll, the regen scroll. Because then the Paladin stays at this HP, the Rifle stay at this HP, and it seems like Soin is finding a nice balance with the 2 heroes. He's now falling back for the bigger creep spots, I guess. Or the Headhunters just do it by themselves, since he's constantly sending wolves to block. I really like this. It slows down the Paladin even further. It is very uncomfortable for the Rifles, who are slow already, and then get slowed even more. And now, how do you save it without using 1 or 2 Holy Lights? Probably don't. We do get the double regen scroll already, in anticipation of a cancel. And here's the first one. Naga with the Fork Lightning could cancel 3. But we also have mass Holy Light, as it is the first real power spike for the Pally Rifle player now with the Blood Mage out. Trolls definitely need the heal ward now. Invo Potion, probably one for the shop, I'd say. First heal scroll snatched up by 40. With all these investments, double region scroll, heal scroll. Tier 3 is very much delayed. Interesting to see that he went for 1 armor upgrade. Maybe because of the low paladin level. But yeah, 40 charging up. Soin continues to creep. Wants his level 3 spells. And Tauren are coming. Soin almost a little outdated. By the way, I really like the burrow position. Far in the back. Double Tauren Totem, I felt like was a bit outdated. Because Griffins counter them so hard. As they counter the Walkers as well. But if you're that far behind, far ahead in tech, maybe there's a good reason to do so. So you get the Pulverize early, you get the second Tauren early, and then you go kaboom. That's pretty much the game plan. 40 moving across now with a big mana potion. Okay, the inventory is good, and supply is still even. And no tiny Great Hall yet. There's still a solid opportunity. Soin is waiting for his Shadow Hunter to arrive. Just wanted the item. 1 Tauren is okay. You can deal with that. 2 Tauren are a bit questionable. We add some Spirit Link to the mix. Heal Scroll, of course, still in favor of 40. So a couple of Pulverizes can be negated. But what about the Chain Lightning? What about the Fork Lightning? It is gonna be quite shattering. Hex immediately versus the Siphon. That was a good sign. Rifle down. We have 1 Flame Strike, but I think you can just eat them. If you make sure that you're breaking through this chokehold, that's worth it. Especially if you can make sure that you can get the second heal scroll. But 40 is not moving back. He's holding here for now. But this is what happens when the Tauren connect. Big damage. Militia coming in. Soin has a lot of gold and he's not producing, nor is he going to the shop. I think he would do well just getting 1 heal scroll. Thanks Spirit Link is distributing all the damage. He's just inches away from that heal scroll, but maybe I'm just a bit obsessed with it. Or 40 starts the comeback now. As tier 3 is done, rifle's been rotated out. So in not optimal, I'd say. And no expansion behind this. Yeah, I think the 1 heal scroll that was available in the shop could have changed the fight even more. And now, this is where Trouble City begins. Griffins are coming. And of course, as we oftentimes say, Orc need to spend at least 250 on heal selves and clarities, if not more. And it looks like it's actually more. And then Soin, you better work on your anti-air. Get the Burzies back, get the Raiders in. 2 attack upgrades, but only for the rifles. They don't share upgrades with Griffins. And we tiny in Fortitude's face. Oh, still a lot of healing to do here, to be honest. Firelord 3rd, the classic, as later on, Tauren and Walkers can be revived. You take care of the corpses with Incinerate. That's the reason to skill Incinerate. Soulburn can also be useful against spells at some point, but Incinerate is the real issue. And 40, double heal scroll, pushing forward, great shop control. Soin's expansion didn't pay off yet. Let's go. Tauren are not connecting that much. Again, very, very, very little healing on Soin. If any, the Taurens are exploding. There is no Ancestral Spirit anyway, but 40 didn't know that until this point. Purge, Frost Arrow, doing a good job for now. Headhunter's exploding. Right-click damage is good, and that is the last fight without the Griffins in. I'm not so sure about that, buddy. The supply lead is nice, but Tauren are 5 supply. They disappear quickly. Heroes are flirting with death. And the sustain, thanks to Siphon Mana, is always better for the human. Oh, a little bit of a break. You never know if ping or kid or phone call or wife or whatever aren't Griffins insanely slow on one base? Yes, but they're also very powerful. We can fast forward through this, thankfully. During the fight, that must be an important call. Or spike, or whatever this is. If this break came from 40, you know, quite a businessman himself. Naga in trouble. She's burning. Incinerate stacking up. And that's the kill. No TP passed. Oh my god. Soin, this is looking horrible for you. Tauren surrounded by the peasants. The pickaxes don't do that much, but they're making sure the Tauren is not coming out. Expertly closing that surround once again. And 40 is in a commanding position. This 8-13 supply about to be dead. 20 supply about to be dead. And again, horrible recovery options, horrible healing options. Soin stayed a little bit too long here and couldn't dodge anymore. I'm still waiting for the first Griffin. He just didn't build any so far. But you know, doesn't even need them. Tri-hero, rifles, and go! Despite the piercing damage nerf, despite 9 nerfs to Pally rifle, as we are always reminded by Mr. Ape-Man. It's still a strat. So, and how do you get back now? The cursed tiny Great Hall. Probably leading to a defeat once again, if no insane comeback on Soin's side. Cloak of Flames, very meh. He doesn't have a tanky hero at all, no TC. At least some XP. Good eject now. No real nuke. Tauren stays alive. Whew, but the recovery will be hard. 45 seconds till the Naga disappears.
A player's forces are under attack.
And then what? Second Griffin Aviary. Lumber is a bit short, but that's nothing that can't be fixed in no time, especially with the laboratories available on this map.
The town is under siege.
Level 2 Flame Strike, extremely powerful. And Soin apparently, like, he was surely expecting the Griffin transition, right? Otherwise he wouldn't have a Beastery. But then he didn't see it for a while.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now he's still going Tauren. And he is running, smiling into a meat grinder. A Griffin meat grinder. I mean, what can really threaten Fortitude at this point? He stays at 50, he has 1,000 gold. He can explode into Griffins. Soin is getting some levels, but is that really this noticeable? Like, level 2 wolves whatever. Level 2 Frost Armor, often Frost Arrow, a bit underrated, I'd say. But not a game-changing spell. Heal Wave, good. Heal Wave makes a difference. So in that regard, it's good. 2 fantastic auras as well. Now we get Ensnare.
A player's forces are under attack.
So Soin knows that the Griffins are coming. Still the question, what can you do about it? Two 1 upgrades. We got Animal War Train ready. 40 spent enough time on no upkeep. Yeah, that's a tough nut to crack. By the way, I reported recently that I have a squirrel in my garden, right? We had that on the cast. It just it came to my window and scared me for a second. And I said, yo, I got this walnut tree in front of my window, so that's why the squirrel is coming. 1 day later, neighbors cut the walnut tree. So, rip squirrel. Maybe I gotta buy some walnuts now and domesticate it. Can't have nice things in Neo World. Not even for a day. Not even for a day. It was literally the next day, dude. Oh, Illusion Griffins. Ah, Soin has a read though, he knows. But still, this is 20 food torrent. Well, well, well. How good can you dodge the flame strikes? There's no heal scroll on Soin. The Griffins should annihilate the Torrent. It will take a little while because of Spirit Link, and he does get rid of 1 Griffin at the very least. Flame Strike big though, oh my god. Fright Headhunters on the menu, but so far, I gotta say, the Ensnares are good. The Griffin Snipes are nice, the single target is working out fine, but as so often, the beginning of the fight belongs to the orc. The later stages of a fight belong to the human. Especially with these gorgeous flame strikes. Gorgeous flame strikes. So, Soin is holding his ground really well for now. Oh, the peasant block. Oh, look at him go. Torrent, you shall not pass. Little Gandalf cosplay. Yeah, they have cosplays in Lordaeron, I assume. I guess. Boom. And that's the second time this expansion falls. Surely losses on 40's side as well. So he didn't get this for free, but there's still enough firepower. There should be enough firepower. Problem is, Blood Mage is dry. And it is a fragile army, as there still is a Torrent. And only 1 Griffin. But okay, these AoE spells. These AoE spells by Soin is doing a good job. Soulburn on the Shadowhunters, so no heal wave at the moment. And rifles more or less untouched now, as the Torrent is just running for his life, which oftentimes doesn't work that well. Level 4. If this Expo stands, Soin has a shot. But numbers are dwindling, man. Numbers are dwindling on both sides. Firelord by now, a good damage dealer. We're closing into 5k. Ethereal form can, of course, be abused by Griffins to just get extra damage. Soulburn again, no more healing. Firelord. Gets the Holy Light. And the supply is even now. But with Fortitude having the better army. With Griffins being superior to pretty much everything here. If he doesn't get a hero kill, Soin is probably dead here. He took the fight with supply leads and now he's down. But 40 is also hurt. Sick! Hex, Paladin maybe? Any spells? Not really. Hex is lasting a long time, but the staff is ready again. High quality gameplay here, I gotta say. Very, very fun to watch. The soul burns, they really please my soul. Unlike Soin's soul, which really, really hurts. No more mana, and now the shop is up, and capitalism might win this with access to mana, with access to healing. And the reinforcements coming in. 4,700 gold. End snare, almost a surround on the Farseer. Yeah. Staffs are ready again. Double staff technology, close to level 5. Griffins in the air. To all the Horde fans, I gotta say it's looking pretty bleak. And that's the expo down. Main bases have also expired. Maybe that's... Oh, Hex. Wait. He kills the Fire Lord. Alright. No more soul burn for you. Is there a chance for Soin? Shadow Hunter though, looking good. And no level 5 just yet. Level 5 Chain Lightning. Big damage. Can he deal with that? It's... Yeah, let's go indeed, dude. More Griffins are falling. This Farseer Shadow Hunter combo. Soin is creating some insane dark magic with only 2 heroes. And reminder, there is no income anymore. This Fire Lord will stay dead. I am befuddled that Soin is alive and kicking. 20 food lead now. If he gets... He has like a clarity. If the Orb of Lightning procs... This was one of the best orc fights that I've seen in a long time. Wait, he's stuck? Oh, there's no staff. The staff is on the Blood Mage. There's Holy Lights, of course, but this was the second last one. A potion might be passed. Double level 5 acquired. That fight was surreal. Is it enough though? 40 can still sell a few items. But that's not enough for a town hall. Soin can sell for more value. Unholy Aura, Devotion Aura. Give quite a bit of money back. Now do the math in your head. Okay. I thought maybe he's thinking about it tiny, but he doesn't. Slow and steady wins the race, I guess. Good to see Soin bouncing back after the defeat against Hawk 2 days ago. Which was quite an upset in the Dolphin Cocoon Butterfly. Can anyone explain Frost Arrow 3? You have very little mana as an orc. And then the little you have also gets taken away by the Blood Mage. And for an orb, you only have to pay like 5 mana. So it's about the uptime. Like there's probably no chance to accumulate enough mana for Fork Lightning 3 2 times. And you will have a lot of control. And Frost Arrow 3 is insane. I think it's just often overshadowed because we see it on like when do we ever see it? For Night Elf players, they oftentimes have an Orb of Venom, so Ice Arrow is not that important for them. Undead games are over before level 5 Naga. Because Undead OP. And then, yeah. We go for the Blood Mage Ethereal form. Now we would have loved to have a little bit of mana. Flame Strike still goes through. Oh, Soin didn't expect that. Hopefully he doesn't throw his lead away, man. He deserves this win so much. Still going for Chain Lightnings. The combo of Holy Light and Siphon Mana, of course, glorious. We still have a little bit of money trickling in on Soin's side. And every unit that 40 is losing is a unit he's losing forever. It'll never get him back. Both have to play with pretty much no mana soon. The heal wave was the last one. We have a movement speed advantage. We have a disable advantage thanks to Ensnare. And Ethereal form is in there as well. I guess this long distance mining is making sure that Soin can afford heal selves and clarities. He needs this. And 40 still has potions. Firelord should be secure. Their staffs as well. Will the human tri-hero win this? There's another Griffin coming in. The second one. Oh yeah, it might be coming back due to staffs. What's the play? Purge! Naga right-click damage is strong. But same can be said about the Firelord. Oh my god. Hero Arena. Crazy opener to the series. We have a little bit of a diversified long distance mining, right? Couple of peons to the left. Lots of peons to the right, which has now... Oh! I was about to say, be scouted. Yeah, we're essentially playing Dota. We're playing Hero Arena. 5-5-4 against 5-5-4 as well. So close. What? This is the first game of the week, everybody. Is it time to sell the rings? Or are the rings really good because of the Hero Arena? Free healing for 40 due to staffs. Very expensive healing for Soin. And the mana you regen with clarities kinda already belongs to the Blood Mage. Mana pots. Oh, is he regretting his Fork Lightning life choice now? His Ice Arrow life choice. He sold the Unholy. Yep. Yep. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Long distance mining paying dividends. I mean, it's only 13 food. And movement speed wise, Soin should still be ahead thanks to Hex and Frost Arrow. Long distance mining weak. Nobody can make a mistake now. I guess Soin doesn't care that much about losing burrows now, because, you know, he won't be able to rebuild that army. Raider, Torrent, is that the hero focus we're looking for? Trying to take out the Blood Mage. There must be Holy Light, and there is. Can try to take the Holy Light away during the focus. That must be the play, right? Hex the Paladin. Go for... Oh, that was the last Raider. That's the play right now. Fork Lightning, Chain Lightning is trying to dodge. And the whole... No! He just came out of Hex. It wasn't enough, though. Lightning strikes too fast for Soin. The Blood Mage is gone. No more Ethereal form. No more Siphon. Careful now, though. What about that Farseer? He needs it. And now he can keep his mana. That is so important. The end snare! The Raider! Okay, he got one end snare out. And maybe that's what's necessary. You can't run away. You can't run away from Frost Arrow 3 and Purge. It's impossible. One hero remaining. Fastia flirting with death. But with good control, he should be safe as he is as a mounted hero faster. And now the Paladin is somewhat surrounded. Oh. It is pretty strong if you take the Purge away, but there was a little bit of healing due to that long distance mining again. He's trying so hard. He's trying so hard. God damn, Soin, able to dance with the world's best human. If you take the Purge away, Griffins might slowly be able to win this. And that's why he passes the orb to the healthy Shadow Hunter. Exactly. And now he still got full control. And he gets the birdie. Soin, that was Giga Brain. And now it doesn't matter if the Fastia falls or not. I mean, unfortunately for him, he doesn't get the kill. So a staff will bring that birdie back up to full health, but wait. He got the money for the Fire Lord. Oh my. Fastia still lives, by the way. Was able to afford more heal selves. An epic game. Who needs units? Those are the last two workers. He seriously brings back Fire Lord instead of Blood Mage. I don't think he has the gold for Blood Mage. Blood Mage is level 5. Fire Lord is level 4. You don't have the gold for a level 5 hero then. Level 5 Shadow Hunter now. Amazing. That's the last worker. And 30 seconds on the clock. That's it, man. Soin. One of the greatest Orc versus Pally rifle games that I've seen this entire year. Banger. Banger game alert. Phenomenal Warcraft. Paladin rifle. With that, we have a little bit of time, I think, because the early game is always a bit slower. It is soon gonna be October, and we have a weekly cup every Sunday. For many years, this was played as single elimination, but we thought this is very unpleasing for like grassroots players, lower level players, for the competition as a whole. From Sunday on, it's double elimination up until the top 5. Also double elimination best of 1. So upsets can happen, always. Hopefully you enjoy that new format. Carsten's gonna cast that for you, of course. The top 4 will then be regular single elimination semi-final and grand final. Point distribution changes a little bit, but it shouldn't make the craziest difference. Most important is people got more games to play, and it's gonna be hopefully more enjoyable weekly tournaments. So in 1040, damn, I missed it. Well, subs and turbo users can now rewind on Twitch. So leave a sub, rewind, watch it. It's been great. Will this game be as great as the one before? Northern Isles game started. Oh, Unji, you're wrong. You're outdated, buddy. You can rewind on Twitch now. Since Thursday or Friday? Friday. For subs and turbo users. One of the keys to success was early pressure on the Paladin on Northern Isles. This is Not the case just yet. In general, a bit more careful by Soin, waiting for the next headhunter, waiting for a bit more damage output. And 40 doesn't have to call militia. That's good.
A player's forces are under attack.
But Soin is playing a similar game that he played before. And I really like that strategic touch. Keep the Farsi around, keep on harassing, keep on shooting. And creep with wolves and headhunters so you get a little bit of progression. The Mammoth has been slaughtered, but on the cost of either a Holy Light or half the rifle HP. Last hits all go to 40 so far. Rifles have a little bit of an advantage here as they don't have a projectile speed. Whenever the rifles shoot, it arrives, and the spears have to travel a little bit. Similar to archers, similar to fiend shots. That's one of the reasons why rifles are so good. It is realistic, of course, that a bullet doesn't have to travel 2 seconds. .40 creeping aggressively. Look at that. Onto the mercenary camper already. That exposes the base, of course. And that's the shop down. And that must be the peasant down. Ooh, -2. Was that a bit overzealous? He gets a berserker in exchange. He got some health in exchange. 3 workers down. Dude, I can't even count to 3 anymore. Is it that far? Last week I forgot what day a week it is. In Soul's company, I was still able to count to 10, but yeah. The degeneration is in full effect, everybody. That's what happens when you cast 10 hours a day. Don't do it. Don't be like me. I can confirm I can still tie my shoes. For now. Ooh, chain lightning for the kill. 40 a bit sloppy. Yeah, this zoning, the hero zoning, is so good. This is what, and I know I said this many times, but this is what the more European orcs have played for a long time. Sometimes, like mostly with Farseer only, Soin is kind of doubling down on it with Naga. And just get the levels. Even during Panda time, this is what they played. Soin catching up. I love it. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Top mid-game play so far. Nothing to complain about. Paladin isn't level 3. Blood Mage is coming in now, and that's always shifting gears. From now on, 40 has a little bit of an advantage up until like 2 Tauren out with Pulverize. And you also need the Walker on top as well. But the Walker he has already. This would be a moment where, for example, a Lin would come in with the Ethereal Form Walker and try to steal the item. So we're not a fan of that. He kills the Blood Mage off! Just like that. It's only a level 1 hero, of course. Herberg Tracker goes to 40 at the very least, only for... Oh, actually, Utsa Keltala's pretty good for a Fire Lord down the road. Curious if he keeps that or not. But Blood Mage progression is so important. Not necessarily for level 2, but for level 3. So, who has the better macro? Who has the better decision making? Blood Mage back, but it was a solid 30 seconds. He'll wipe his tears with Holy Lights. Holy! Goosed UK with the 6 month in advance, making use of that 30% discount. My dude! Thank you for trusting us. that we'll be able to deliver content for 6 months in a row, man. That means a lot. Feels so great to see that. Unlike a Chain Lightning, Fork Lightning combo. That doesn't feel great when you're on the receiving end. We got heal scrolls used here over the region scroll. Spirit Link applied. And the Tauren moved to the side. Headhunters are falling as Soin is catching the fight without the Berserker upgrade finished. With Berserker upgrade, you get a good chunk of XP. And Soin fumbling this a little bit, I would say. Was a bit greedy for the rifle kill. Didn't get it eventually. But the Tauren save is good. With that, yeah, 40 got the heal scroll, but unlike Northern Isles, there's 2 shops here. So, in a perfect world, everybody would always be able to get heal scrolls if they want to, given some time, investment, and resource, of course. 40 after the fight feels confident enough to go for the triple, to go for tier 3, Griffin Aviary as well. The matchup is pretty much set in stone, flowchart wise. It's a lot of execution, and then down to details, of course. Like this Wolf arrest alone, you gotta react to it. Call Militia, that costs lumber, that costs time. While for the Orc, it's simple to execute. I say that and then, oops, Wolf don't know. Soapy Mask on the Pally. How do I make use of the discount? I subbed for the first month, but would like to add a few months with the discount. That is automatically applied if you go for subs in advance. It's an option in the subscriber menu. Only till Wednesday evening, I think. Then the discount is gone. Every September is September. And there the discounts apply. Thank you very much for considering that. After that fight at the shop, 40 got a lot of momentum. Hey, don't fool him into something he doesn't want, okay? Be nice. First red spot done for Soin. He wants more Shadow Hunter levels. We don't have a Fire Lord yet. And this is now a pretty classic Paladin rifle push. Shops down, no tiny. It hurts a little bit. Timing wise, especially. Second attack upgrade. Griffin's coming. Yeah, this would probably be the expansion timing. It's a bit unfortunate because Soin is in... Both are in upkeep. Can Soin afford that? 40's army is of course super efficient. But Blood Mage isn't level 3 yet. Here we go with the Fire Lord. Did sell the Boots of Kel'Thuzad before. One Tauren already heard. I miss a little bit of Spirit Link, and look how fast Tauren disappear if they don't have Spirit Link. It's super important to go for the debuff. The Hex was ultra quick. No Flame Strike, but he has a second chance. Rifles fall in the meantime. Soin needs a heal scroll here. At least one. Heal wave, of course. Nice. So far, it's a solid retreat. Fumbly bumbly always, especially when thick Taurens are in the mix. Isn't Troll Region one of the best upgrades with all the Spirit Link? I would certainly agree. I feel like it's a bit overvalued. Overvalued? Yeah. It's a very nice to have, but I would also argue if you break upkeep early, an additional Headhunter is better than Troll Region. Fork Lightning, Chain Lightning, strong, but 40 again has the heal scrolls. That might just be overrated. Yes, that's what I mean. Thank you, chat. You got my back. You lovely people. Ooh, that pulverize hit hard. 3 more Tauren walking forward. Rifles falling, Tauren falling. This time, we do have Ancestral Spirit. But, again, corpse is gone. We just exterminates this Fire Lord. Extinguishes. Whatever. Dude, brutal, explosive fights on both sides. A fight on one side would be odd. You know what I mean. Again, Soin needs a lot of resources to apply heal selves and or get mana for heal wave. 1 region scroll heals it up. And now we got the time for the tiny, apparently. Dude, these torrents are making a sick impact. Great game. Again. Very competitive.
Players' forces are under attack.
And that's the tiny Great Hall up with Fortitude on the opposite side of the map. And now we push upkeep again. We got 4 Headhunters left and 1 Raider. We gotta diversify the army away from Tauren, as sad as it is. But Griffins are the future, and you gotta prepare for the future. Creep route by Soin, infinitely better. He got the red spot earlier in the game. That's where the Helm of Valor came from. Now he gets the 2nd red spot for Command Aura. Nice. Tauren can tank everything, of course, and then be revived with Ancestral Spirit. And then he got the Lap on top as well. I am a bit scared that he's forgetting the heal scrolls. Not forgetting, but, you know, undervaluing maybe. Could be an option to drop the Tauren into the peasant line. This is an element of play that I haven't seen by Soin at all. Because in the fights, Tauren have not much value anymore, right? The Griffins are there, Flamestrike is there, Firelord is there. Tauren will disappear rather quickly. But here, when there's no real damage against them... Oh, double heal scroll though. Supply leaders with Soin. Finding a position here with Tauren isn't that easy because of all the chokes. 40's army rather small, but let's see. Everything is clumped up. Invite for a flame strike. Focus fire on the Raider. Almost a Ripper. There we go. Can the rifles gun this all down? The police is coming in. 1 Griffin disappears, but solid trades for 40 thus far. Eats the flame strike to a good degree, but Griffins have disappeared all but 1. That buys some time for the Tauren. He's trying to move them aside so the Incinerate debuff is up. Holy Light gone. To save the Fire Lord one more time. The staffs are great. Soin is bleeding quite a few units. Still 1 Tauren, still 1 Griffin. Fork Lightning, great. Oh, is that a close game again? Heal scroll, invo potions available. Needs another Holy Light on the Fire Lord, on the Blood Mage. But now it's cleaning up time. Fortitude just is a little bit better. 1 heal scroll will make the world's difference. Incinerate, last hit into explosion, into another kill. At least the heal wave is there. But that's the heal potion gone already. The longer the game goes, the better it should be for Soin though. With that expansion, on the other side, Griffins are again the hard counter. You gotta keep them up. With a little bit of replenishment here due to potions, Soin, 2nd breath. And units are falling here. I love that he always has like a solid amount of Headhunters. Holy Light ready. The Hex just a split second too late. He just got the Holy Light off and then the Hex came in. Still, so many losses for 40. Jesus. I feel like this requires a little bit of a mistake by Soin for 40 to have a chance here. If things all go their normal way, Soin should win this, but there's very little production, we gotta say. Soin with 1200 gold, maybe finally a heal scroll. He immediately gets 2. Great brawls between them. Man, oh man. Yes, the Pally rifle strat needs some time to wind up, but then these fights are peak Warcraft. And now 40 is kind of doing what I expected Soin to do. And that is to harass the worker lines. Resources are very scarce, and Soin actually suffering from low lumber. It's only 4 units. But that might still be enough. Oh, you gotta engage soon. Flame Strike can help, but there is no mana. Holy Light at the ready. Full mana Paladin. Close to level 5. Farseer for the big Chain Lightning. But Holy Light is ready. After we spam some Hex. This is the perfect Griffin position. Over the trees. If they're focused, fly away. Keep your distance. Even if you're a bird person. Speed scroll now. Ooh, he really wants this. Are we ready with only 10 food of a lead? So much focus fire on the Blood Mage, but it's always Holy Light, Holy Light, Holy Light. And thanks to the Sobi Mask, he replenishes that mana in no time. I don't think this is doing anything for Soin right now. Shifting targets now. Okay. Holy Light. Saved for later. Finally level 5. No mana anymore. And 2 Tauren are about to fall. Maybe even more. And of this 20 food lead, half of that is basically dead. Yeah, Soin, you gotta get out of here. Sick escape with almost losing 4 units. Main base empty on both sides again. Drama! How do you kill any heroes though this game? It needs perfectly timed hexes, but with the Sobi Mask, you can be a little more loose and don't have to wait for the perfect moment. Just play it safe. And here's the Popo. Mr. Great Hall, you're under arrest. Scary now. Couple of reinforcements. Lovely. Level 4 on the Shadow Hunter would probably just be need for stats. The Great Hall goes down. 40 has no TP though. He cannot get out. Flame Strike intercepted. Nicely done. Torrent almost all stacked up here. We don't have Stormhammers though, so it's not the end of the world. If 40 survives this fight, thanks to a strong Paladin, he's gonna win the game. And so he knows that, of course. He's trying to get rid of as many units as possible, but we do have the staff online again. Only 1 this time, but the focus fire by 40 seems to be a bit better. Any hexes? That one was well timed, so at least the Fire Lord is down. Unfortunately, only after all the Tauren have disappeared too, and Soin's army is not better than the human army. Even though he's constantly able to get some damage and some kills in. There's no reinforcements. There's this time no long distance mining anymore, and Fortitude was just a little bit stronger than on game 1 and pulls through. This almost looked a little desperate at the end, but it was the right push at the right time, and he takes the 1-1. Will you do a vodcast of WSB? Not me personally. I am highly anticipating my last 2 missions of the Re-Reforged campaign. And then there's playoff time in Fountain of Mana soon. And then B-Cup continues on Thursday. Nice deny on the water elemental. These guys give a lot of XP. Same for wolves. Well, not the same values, but same fact. We have an Archmage level 2. Boink. And Soin leaves empty-handed. Feels like we see the lab creep less and less, which should mean that soon we'll see lab creeps more and more. It's interesting how that works. That of course gives you a consumable early on. Here you end up with 2 permanent items, something that Hawk is doing as well, as I learned from Soul 8man yesterday.
Forces are under attack.
And then we creep the rest with Militia. This always goes onto Lumber, but if you have the Lumber for tech and defend, why not? Would a version of standard melee where each player gets 1 hero at random removed from the roster as a start be interesting? I think, and I had a little bit of a shift in opinions. Less nerfs and bans, more options and buffs. Every other game has power creep. Warcraft 3 has negative power creep. Everything gets weaker. Even the ghouls. So far, Soin can't really accomplish much. He's switching to a grunt. Yeah. Item pool is small. KJ Mayo, I have been touting from the rooftops for years now that I want to see more items. So, great minds think alike. I still want a Bloodlust and Unholy Frenzy item charged. Very annoying play, but only level 2. Get an early shot. So all the damage that's done here should then be negated by a region scroll. And this is very annoying pressure. He wave cancelled. That's 30 gold. Sometimes one hit can be 30 gold. I also would like to see a mini Sobi Mask, a mini Rune Bracers, stuff like that. But I don't have any elaborate plans yet. And we don't have elaborate plans for this beastery. Mamma mia. Fortitude with a brilliant mid-game. Just transitioning into mass casters. Absolutely playing the Hawk strat, right? More or less. Who influenced whom? Since I didn't see many Hawk games, I can't say. Ooh, so in with the same. Well, well. Healing for free. This must be interrupted always and ever on pro level. And Soin isn't checking for it. That's a massive flaw. Region scroll and fountain region. Like 40 is back to full health in no time. And that gives a lot of momentum to Soin. 240. I like it more when items would stack, so instead of finding 2 items Katga's pipe, you just get 1 level aura and than the second level aura. Oh, the Night Elves would cry. Everyone can stack their auras but us. Well, for the flute, I guess. But not the big auras. I am not sure if that would work well, to be honest. But I am very biased when it comes to movement speed in this game. You have to be very, very careful when you touch movement speed, and if you do your proposal, then you can stack movement speed, which is rarely great and rarely fair. So for that simple reason alone, not a huge fan. It is a pretty dominant performance here by Fortitude on map 3, everybody. Not gonna lie. We have the first Sorc, Priests, Footies, going late Blacksmith, but we have the double Sanctum, so Spellbreakers will be in as well. Storm Focus. Wyvern for the damage. It has been in Concealed Hill Classic. Wyvern, of course, offer creep speed, and sometimes you just need creep speed. Stormbolt, though, they're so fragile and so expensive. Oh, it's so dead. What can we say about the Archmage? Cloak of Shadows for 40. Beautiful. Beautiful escape, and now we don't have Hex. You can't reach for a Purge. They're slow on anything that could potentially be dangerous. Soin is in trouble. Yeah, we're trading. But that TC is not having a great time. The fight before level 3 Fastia, not ideal. 40 is just finding a great window here. And the Mountain King with these Storm Bolts has always value, right? Storm, not so much. But Stormbolt should on high level always be a kill.
A player's forces are under attack.
40 also 600 gold going into breakers now. And usually the Orc doesn't have many issues before breakers are out. And it gets more and more troublesome the more breakers they are. And that fight had no breakers. So yeah, I like the Wyvern play in general as like an old school twist to things. There's also many forests, and flying units give lots of vision, so that helps in that regard as well. Plus the creep speed that's so desperately needed. But then you run into a Stormbolt and ouch.
A player's forces are under attack.
Tanky MK. Finally Soin has level 3, but then 40 is transitioning into breakers already. Great unit in general to hold the line. TC has Stomp, not Shockwave, and Spellbreakers are magic immune, so it's getting increasingly hard for Soin to fight good Stomp positions. Against Rifle Casters, Stomp is the dream. Stomp is perfect. Against Spellbreakers, it's troublesome. We have a TP, which we might need soon. Good diversification in that army. Mountain King. Fortitude is still not appreciate the clap meta.
A town is under siege.
And so there's not too much damage. Maybe also I don't know, reaction to now a level 4 Archmage. Okay, that makes no sense. Anyway, Mountain King versus TC, and there's no breaker line established yet, so Stormbolt has to do the job. Casters chase, but the Raiders also a little bit of focus. Got the kill. 6 supply wrecked. And yeah, you can't forget about that expansion. At some point, an orc needs an expansion. This is not the time. This is not the time. We added gyro for vision, scouting, and anti-wyvern. I don't think I'm a big fan of this workshop though.
Players' forces are under attack.
Not sure if it's necessary. But it surely helps with scouting. But so would Invisible be. Invisible is up. Again, Soin is getting caught. We do have a break. Again in the middle of a fight. But thanks to Warcraft Champions, we can fast forward through it. There we go. Okay, Wyvern pretty much out of the fight. The casters trail behind, but for a reason they're intercepting the reinforcements by Soin. Bit of a wonky position here as the TC should have time, but there's no purge anymore. There's no speed scroll. There's in general very little control in this fight from Soin's perspective. And Soin realizes this is not the play. 2-1 for 42 wins in a row, whether that's with Pally rifles and adjustments or if that's with an Archmage. This kind of shows Soin's weaknesses here. The early game, he didn't get much done during the harass. The Wyvern follow-up, sweet idea, didn't necessarily work. But hey, let's see if 40 looks incredible as well. He did, map 2 and 3. I would say game 3, the most one-sided so far. That was just the 40 show. Archmage, man, as if he wants to prove a point. There was so much Pally rifle talk. Recently there was a bit of Mountain King hype. As if the Archmage now wants to show the world that he still got it. That's the feeling currently. Old Archmage people rejoice. This is a very early harass, of course. No level 2 just yet, which is always a bit tricky to get on Autumn Leaves. The natural expansion is rather tough to do thanks to the Magi and the Bloodlust. The right-hand side has a Dispel. And the natural expansion is tough too. And to get to the shop, that's very harassable as well. So yeah, pretty hard to creep early on. And that then oftentimes leads to an underdeveloped first hero. And now mana management is in order. But we keep everything safe. We don't allow too many free shots. Get the arcane up, fortify a little bit. Good defensive play so far, I'd say. But every peasant that morphs into a militia for a little bit is a win for Soin. And especially every killed worker. Nice escape. For now. Oh, and then he just abandons them. No, no, no. We have another different strategy here, by the way. As we see the rifle. From Pally rifle to mass casters to rifle casters. We mix it all up. All that's missing is a tier 3 rush. But that would be highly unlikely. Against this build, Soin's TC will shine with Stomp, if he goes for that again. But a little bit of the calm before the storm. Archmage needs to level quickly. Soin keeping track, got a Scout Wolf. But I gotta say, greedy creep route by 40. CKMDE, thank you for the 23 months. Much love. Millions of channels here on Twitch and I get the Prime sub. That means a lot. Last hit battle. Oh, 40 got it. Big mana stone on Soin though. Super important item, especially in this matchup with Mountain King TC. Grunt though, blocked by the wolves themselves. And here we got the deny. Nice little battle for the cake in the middle. And 40 with 40 food, with the second hero out. This is the time for Soin to run away. Every Stormbolt is a kill. And TC has no stomp yet. But okay, 40 is giving him the time, knowing of course how essential level 3 Archmage is. And Soin makes a good decision being left alone here. Plus getting the the expansion spot. We talked about it, how important it is to have a second base at some point for the Orc. Needs to overwhelm in numbers. But 40, like if you creep the starting creep spot of your opponent, you're doing something right. Oozing confidence. Knows that without the TC2, Soin is not competitive. But in this game, there's not gonna be Sorks and slow most likely. So Soin can build a very disruptive army. Raider, Purge, TC will all have crowd control. And 40 knows now that he has to strike. This is level 2. This is illusions, but Soin with his back against the enemy army. Stormbolt locked and loaded, and the hunt for headhunters is on, ironically. TC with a good stomp. A kingdom for a lightning shield here on top now. But instead of lightning shield, we get level 2 wolves. We don't have Dispel yet. That's gonna finish in a second, so free reign for the wolves for now. Leading to a couple of rifle deaths here as Ensnare is ready, and the Purge, of course. Raiders, big value targets. Can't get him. Rifle down. Neat little exchange, and this is not what Soin wants. He expanded, so 400 gold in this Great Hall. It's 30 seconds from finishing. It's looking good time-wise. But if 40 decides now to turn around and gun it down, Soin is gonna lose everything. Especially when we look at his supply. As this is what we're doing currently. 10 seconds though. Oh my god, the timing. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, 40! He knows exactly what to do. So, Soin needs like 1 or 2 Hail Marys here. Trying to implement some grunts. They are sturdier against all that piercing damage if they are not controlled. That's nice, but 40 is already working on a sorceress transition. And he's appreciating Clap. Now look at this. For a long time, especially in the Asian sector, Clap was, in my opinion, very much undervalued.
Players' forces are under attack.
Things have changed though. Hawk has shown the way. Clap Blizzard. Mass AoE. Big damage. Storm Lightning Shield. That is the best source of damage at the moment. Grunt trying to prevent the retreat alongside Purge and Ensnare, as we said. Blasting through the mana, as one should. Mountain King, one more Stormbolt or a Clap soon. But now that the Sorks are in against the Grunts, the value of Grunts drastically decreases. And whenever a Stormbolt falls anywhere, that unit's dead. 40 was able to play 10 minute 30 without a shop. Impressive. And he's transitioning now. And I think that could/should be the future for humans in this matchup with Archmage. The Mana Stone has been gone already. Clap for basically 0 movement outside of Speed Scroll, but we don't have Speed Scrolls. Archmage level 4. The control by 40 in these fights is phenomenal. We get invisibility to save that one rifle, to keep that little bit of damage output. Yeah, if you have a good game and if you can afford that, why not? TC is only now level 3. He was trailing quite a bit behind. He is still trailing behind in first heroes. And of course, if you have a Brilliance Aura on your side, these fights are yours. These fights are very much yours. Trying to level up a bit, but you just see the lack of damage in Soin's army. It's not looking pretty. Now the TC isn't looking pretty. The Shaman ain't looking pretty. Going for the double kill. We got mana for Dispel thanks to the Brilliance Aura. And every chase of a rifle takes even more damage away. Chain Lightning, of course. But only 1 kill, and that for a lot of mana. TP away now. Maybe a Priest gets the exit kill. And eventually, things are up at 40-40. But free regen. Oh, wait. He's doing the red? With what? Now he's the one that doesn't have damage because all the magic damage doesn't work against the granite. So Mountain King, Footman, Water Elementals, Archmage have to do the job. Soin, unfortunately, not punishing that, and for him, he still lacks that Expo. Yeah, that will take some time. But, you know, Water Elemental's still good. Lost +2. Ooh, that Archmage is hitting hard. +10 already, +22 with each hit. So what are we getting here? Battle Bongos. Well, I was complaining about the lack of damage, but since he has the Kodo already, Command Aura doesn't do much for him, unfortunately. I was thinking, should they reverse the change and make the War Drums Command Aura again? So the auras stack. Now that the auras are in general nerfed, I probably wouldn't mind that. Oh, but True Shot stacks not with True Shot. Yeah, we'll find solutions there too. Maybe just to keep things fresh. I don't think that's a change that's ruining anything. Allow Brilliance Aura to stack too. Lemis, when would you ever stack a Brilliance Aura?
A player's forces are under attack.
That wouldn't. If you had said Devotion Aura, then I would understand. Exactly. But you know, the consistency is sweet. Forty pushing forward with 2 heal scrolls, double invuln. Soin also 2 heal scrolls, but definitely lower supply, and the breaker line looking good. TC, oh, is having a tough time with that connection. Nice movement by 40, dodging all that. You can't dodge the claps, which are so goddamn powerful now. And this fight goes only one direction. And I feel like this entire series goes only one connection. One connection? One direction. Soin is fighting for sure. And he's doing a good job replenishing that army, but it does still take some time. Little bit of magic damage draining down, but the breakers also take a lot of mana away, and mana potion is not something you got. 40 still on a heal scroll, still on the invo potions, and try to flee from slow. Try to flee from slow. It's not possible.
Player's forces are under attack.
And that was a super nice dedicated push by 40. Survived the early game as so often. Took good fights, got the levels, and from there on out, especially that snipe on an expo. Like, both pushes towards the bottom right. Game winning. Very precise, very sharp. He just knows a lot of things about timings. So, we man up the golem. 0 brain golem. It happens to him all day, every day, 20 times a day and more. That one lousy footman comes in. Like, how often do you want to fall for that? Like, how many more times has that to happen until he realizes the real threat is coming in a bit later? Stupid, stupid golem. Grow a brain. Item helps keeping the militia alive. There's 1 herd unit. No steal on Soin. And now how much damage can... This is such a clean creep by 40 so far. Farseer moves a bit too far away, I'd say. Where is the damage? It's barely existing. And that's a deny. That makes the loss even more devourable. Oh, that was clean. So much wasted time. Basically, 1 minute 15 seconds for nothing. And 40 got level 2. I'm not an expert on the Alpine, but I think this starts a snowball.
A player's forces are under attack.
In 4 hours, by the way, I'm gonna continue and probably finish my re-reforged playthrough of the new missions that were released last week. But first, oh, the steal, nice. And now we got the damage, and now we got the workers dead, and somehow Soin developed the technology that is stopping snowballs from growing into avalanches. Nice. Almost another one that could have prevented level 3. Okay, momentum on Soin a little bit. Getting that null overseer, huge. And that one as well. Oh, Soin, so pretty. Can he get this one too? Oh no, and that way he doesn't delay level 3. I mean, he does delay level 3, but it doesn't prevent level 3. Is it enough to punish this lodge, though? We got spikes up already, anticipating a push. And spikes work even on buildings that are in construction. But we also have a lot of strong water elementals here. And all these last hits for nothing. Oh, what a fall from grace. What a disappointing development for Soin. If the Archmage stays level 1, it's increasingly hard to get the cancel. That's another cancel here. There's no income. Soin is overwhelmed. Oh boy, is he overwhelmed. 3-screen action. And the Boro gets the last hit on the water elemental, so the TC can't level. Mamma mia. This getting from bad to good again to way worse. Shaman are the #1 reason for the fast tech, and this is what you want to get. That stabilizes your game so much. But the Spirit Lodge destroyed. Ah, games sometimes be like that, huh? Games sometimes just be like that. And he's doing it again. Rinse and repeat on 2 production buildings at the same time. This is not pretty, Warcraft, but it's so effective. It's a little investment. It's very little risk. As long as you have mana, keep on doing it. Sometimes 40 is a bit of a showman. Sometimes these show matches are kind of surprising how well 40's opponent is doing. This year is demolition. Grunt dead as well. Soin is down to 27. And he still doesn't have... Oh, he has lumber issues. He has so much lumber issues. Oh my. Disastrous early level 2. And all came down to a level 1 null. All of this carnage wouldn't happen if Soin is able to steal 1 more creep. Never understood why footies have defense. For me, it's way too strong. Bro, let me tell you, this version of defend is way weaker than the previous versions of defend already. Forty just uses them exceptionally well. And yeah, Soin, like, I think he mostly misplayed the initial harass with barely any casualties. And that then has a big ripple effect. But I think the key word is timings. Similar to the game before, and similar to the Concealed Hill game, 40 is just a god of timings. Finding timings and creating timings, both. Sometimes different pairs of shoes. And then, you know, he's also ungodly lucky with Subimask Big Mana Potion Devotion Aura. Oh snap.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, this is very, very, very hard to deal with now. The Bursey falls. The Headhunter is down as well. Chasing a couple of casters, but what can you do? Surround, maybe? Oh, he doesn't even try, dude. He doesn't even try. We do have Purge now, so killing the Water Elemental, he finally has an edge on that, but The Farseer is somewhat surrounded. More headhunters are falling. Grunt is dead. Stormbolt to the face. No, 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 no. No chance. The longer the series went, the better it got for 40. Thankfully, the show match stops here. Otherwise, some domestic violence in this show match here. Well done, man. Goddamn. Fortitude warmed up a little bit. And 40 was not able to be stopped.